Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been quite a while since my last upload, so I do apologize for that. I've just recently got a new job, so I've been trying to deal with that. Not that that's a bad thing, it's a good thing. And then also I was sick, so I just hadn't been filming, but I'm back to my regular schedule. So jumping right into the tutorial, I'm just starting with my concealer. I'm using my L'Oreal True Match Concealer. All the specific product information will be listed in the drop down box below, so I'm not going to be saying it in my video, but you can certainly click on the information box and see everything, the exact names and everything I'm using. So what I do is just pat it in with my fingers, and then I go back over it with my blending sponge just to make sure that it is absorbed into my skin to actually conceal the dark circles in which I'm wishing to hide. So just tapping everything in and making sure it's blended into my skin for the correct coverage. Now I'm using my Mary Kay CC cream. It's in the shade Very Light, I do believe. Just using about a pump of that, and then I'm going to dot that all over my face and then get that blended in as well. So just taking my stippling brush and in sort of a circular motion, just patting that into my skin. Like I said in some of my previous videos, I've just really been into a light coverage, so you obviously don't have to if that's not the coverage that you prefer. If you prefer more of a medium to heavy coverage, you can always use more of the product, as in layers, to layer more on there to essentially cover more of the skin, or you could use a heavier product. So now just setting my foundation and concealer with my translucent powder, just using a large fluffy brush and just sweeping that all over my face. Time to prep my lids using my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. Just going to take about a dab of that. Oh, trust me, a little goes a long way with this product. You really don't need to be heavy-handed. So just about a dab of that, and just taking my ring finger so it's applying the least amount of pressure so I'm not dragging my eye skin. Dab that onto the eye. Now for my palette of choice, I'm using my Coastal Scents 88 Shimmer palette, and I'm just selecting this pink shade. Sorry about that, guys. I'm really been having a bad habit of not filming my eyes, which is not good. So just taking this flat shader brush and just getting that swiped all across my lid up into the crease area. Then selecting this purple shade. It seemed so much different to me looking at the color as opposed to looking at it on my eye. It doesn't seem like that much of a difference, but trust me, once the whole look comes together, it does look blended and like there is different colors within the eyes, not just like one big blob of pink on my eye. So once I get that blended into the crease area, I'm going in with a slightly darker shade. I'm choosing a brown shade, and I'm just going to kind of etch that out on the outer crease, and then I'm using like a rounded shading brush. Then once I get that on the crease where I'd like it, I'm just going to go in with my fluffy brush just to blend everything out so it's not as harsh of a bland pink, bland brown, if you know what I mean. I don't want it to look sloppily put on there. So just my preference, just going to blend it out. If you like the lines, go ahead girl, work it, but I do not, so I'm just blending that out. Now for my highlight, I'm just using, it's a shimmer palette, but the highlight shades are matte. So I'm just using a matte shade just to highlight my brow bone area. Now for the eyeliner, I'm going to be using gel liner for the first time. Surprising, right? Because you would think that since I do makeup that I would be using gel liner, but I've actually never used it before. So I'm using my Mary Kay gel liner. It's in the color Jet Black. And I'm just using a angled eyeliner brush to apply this, which was actually fairly simple. I thought it was going to be very challenging. So I'm just going to line my lid, and then I'm going to flick out the end for my winged liner. Of course, I can't do a look without winged liner. So I'm just going to drag the line up to the desired length of the wing, and then I'm just going to connect that to my top lid, and bada bing, bada boom, you got yourself a winged eyeliner. I was going slower than my normal pace only because I've never worked with gel liner before, so I was just trying to get the hang of it. So bear with me, y'all. And on to the other eye, just want to match as close as possible the same likeness from the other cat eye so it doesn't look stupid. I mean, not that many people would be really noticing that. I guess I just really pay attention to detail. So per my own preference, I like to get them as even as possible. So I'm just kind of fixing up the other eye just to make sure that they're as even as possible. And now I'm going to use this flat shader brush and small shader brush, and I am going to be lining my bottom lash line. I'm using a like hot pink shade. Sorry, I don't have the colors. It comes in a palette. It doesn't really list the color name. So anywho, I'm just going to be taking that color and lining my bottom lash line with it, just to intensify the pink eyeshadow that I already have on. So now I'm using my Jumbo NYX pencil in the shade Yogurt, and I'm going to highlight my inner corner with that. And then also I did decide to line my lash line as well, like as close to the lash line as I can possibly get it, like my waterline. I wanted to make my eyes look more open, like I wanted my eyes to look very big and doll-like, so that's what I did that for. Onto my lashes, curling them as usual, and I'm using my Maybelline Colossal Volume. I do believe that's what that's called. And I'm just going to go in with as many coats until I feel my lashes look good, which I think for me was about 2. And then I'm going to coat my bottom lashes as well. And onto the other side as well. Now for my contour, I'm using the Shade Light palette. I'm pretty sure I used the middle shade for the contour, which is Shadow Play. I kind of went super heavy-handed on this. If this is too dramatic for you, obviously you can tone it back, but I've been obsessing over contouring, so kind of went heavy-handed on that one, but I like it. I think it works once I get everything blended out. So my technique of choice, I just like to etch out the area that I'd like to contour, and then I kind of blend upwards, and then to kind of blend out extra, I use my regular blush brush for that. And now I'm using my NYX blush and the color Peach, and I'm just going to go over top of that contoured area. I do actually go back in with the same shade and contour my forehead as well, just to kind of warm up my face. I don't necessarily do like a full out contour on my forehead, but I just want to warm. I I personally just like having more of a warmed up forehead, so that's just what I'm doing. And then I'm taking this highlight shade, I do believe it's the middle shade, which is Lyric, and I'm just going to put that under my eyes where I applied my concealer to brighten up that area. I'm not really a fan of the heavy brightness under the eyes, so I just went in with a touch just to brighten that area up a little. Onto the lips, I'm using my Milani matte lipstick. It's in the shade Orchid, which seriously, like almost every single shade out of that line I'm seriously in love with. So I'd advise, if you don't have any shades, you need to go out and get them because they're seriously amazing and they don't make your lips crusty like most other matte shades, which I love. It's amazing. So this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thumbs it up, comment below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you lovelies in my next video.